Hey guys, we're here for the Carmichael Show Season 3, Episode 5, Cynthia's birthday. What's your perfect birthday gift? Or is it the N-word? We're going to talk about it today, and I have cousin DeMarco sitting right next to me, Mike Gray. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I got to act right if you niggas wanna act up. He talking like a snitch, no, that ain't my nigga. He tripping off a bitch, no, that ain't my nigga. Take a nigga can't shit, that's my nigga. Know him since I was 8.
Hey guys, as you can see, we're really getting into it because it speaks to our soul a little bit right now.
Just a little.
Just a tad, you know. Like I said, this is Season 3, Episode 5, Cynthia's birthday. Hey guys, I'm Chae Jones, but I'm going to introduce my lovely panel first. Ladies.
What's up, guys? This is Mariel Turner. You can find me on all social media at Mariel_Turner. What's up, girl?
What's up, y'all? It's Shannon Clark. You can find me on all things social media at I am Shannon Clark.
And our special guest, cousin DeMarco, whose real name is
Mike Gray, and my handle is It's Mike Gray.
And hey guys, I'm your host, Chae Jones, real Chae Jones, and love Shea Butter on Snapchat, because I have to. So we're going to get into the episode because there are so many topics that we have to hit.
There's a lot going on.
So let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about the perfect birthday gift. Since Bobby, introduced that, and he got his mom Luther Vandross candles, chocolate covered strawberries, which is like
it's a little sexy for your mama.
Sexy for your mama.
Real sexy.
Hey, he know his mama though.
Yeah,
that is true.
And it's like he said, sexless marriage leads to divorce. So he's looking out for his people.
But is there such thing as a bad gift though?
Hell yes.
That's cold. That's messed up.
That's cold.
But it's real. Like, come on.
Me personally, I'm a practical gift receiver and giver myself. Like, I like to give practical gifts, like things that make sense. You get a lot of use out of it. You'll thank me one day. You know what I mean? Like, you'll thank me one day for it. It don't have to always be clothes, shoes, and it could be something you can use like luggage.
True. Very true.
I think it's the thought that counts. Sometimes you don't have the money to get what you want, but if you're thoughtful about it, you can still give a quality gift without having to drop a bunch of coin. That's just what I think.
I totally agree with that. I'm a more personable giver. Like, I love giving you something that you might have told me you wanted, or it's very like you're gonna love it because I actually took the time to like remember that you said it, and like I'm really thoughtful and having to like find something really personal to give you. Like, I think the first thing I gave my friends and family here were these customized tree ornaments.
Aww.
That was sweet. Did you
that
make
is
them?
nice.
No, I bought them at the Christmas store in Hollywood.
Said that was
it is there. It's open 365, guys. Check it out. It will save your life.
See, but they can only utilize it one time, so that
But it's also special, and it has their name initials on it.
Okay.
So.
Okay, yeah. So
True.
one time a year for the next
That was
10
the
years.
first time.
I'm trying to make your gift make sense. However,
It makes a lot of sense. The shade is real here, guys.
Mama Cynthia received a gift that I don't think she was too happy about.
No.
Okay, she received Jacqueline Kennedy's first edition book, which personally I would have thought that was an amazing gift.
That really upset me. Like,
It's a first edition. Do you know how expensive that is?
But you need to know who your giver is, like who your receiver is. Like, he know his mama don't like books. Like, they know that. Why did they give her a book? Like,
yeah, that's
why?
true. That's true. It's a good point.
But
that whole black people don't read thing, I was like,
that
wait.
was-
But it's true. We
Right.
can't act like it's not true. See, at least you agree with me. Like, I'm not the only one who think that. No, it's like I'm not that person, because everybody who knows me knows I read, and I read a lot. However, that is a true statement for some black people. Like, have you ever heard the quote, if you want everyone to hide things from minorities, put it in a book?
Yes.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
It's a stereotype. It's a bad one. I mean,
And it's sometimes true stereotype.
it could be true because a lot of people don't read. I mean, I've been guilty of it. I just started being an avid reader in like my adult years. I'll be honest with you. Like, if it wasn't for school or getting a good grade, like, I wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
But I like it now. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a sign of age. You know what I mean? But traditionally, no, we don't read like we should.
We should. Personally, reading saved my life. I really think that. It's something about just diving into a book that you just get to escape. Like, it's an escape. And like, you just don't have to think about your life for like the next hour or however long it takes you to read it.
This is true.
But obviously, like I said, know your audience. and obviously her audience was Cynthia Carmichael. So
Cynthia Carmichael's not about to be up in Starbucks reading.
Yeah, they could have picked that a little bit better.
She got a Kindle.
She loved that.
Okay, well, this is
that.
what we're gonna do: book versus Kindle debate. What you think?
Kindle
All day, just for like all the benefits. You can read.
Exactly.
Or you can go scroll the internet. You can buy apps. You can do other fun things. But I just feel like with technology, you don't have to always read, a paperback. You know what I mean? Like, so I like Kindles.
I would say book. Only because, this is why. If you have an iPhone and you have a laptop and you have a TV, I mean, you can have the iWatch? Right. I mean, that basically covers everything a Kindle does. Yeah. While a book, I love being able to open up a book and flip through it and read it the traditional way. So I would say book.
I totally agree on the book. I have a Kindle app and it saves my life when I'm on the metro. Okay. However, I do miss having an actual book in my hand, going page to page. I don't know, there's something about just reading a book.
It is peaceful.
It's it's really, it's peaceful and it's just
calming. Totally
relaxing. Like, I don't know, I can't really explain it much more than that, but I love that. And then, they brought up the Cosby Show aspect. So we're gonna do the Cosby Show. Like, when you were watching the Cosby Show, what did it mean to you when you thought of it when you first saw it?
I mean, the Cosby Show growing up was the show that we all wanted to be, we wanted that to be our lives. Like, in reality, our lives was good times. But, oh my gosh. But, we sat down in front of our TVs for years and generations, and we just admired. that was the first time we saw black, like she said, black lawyers, black doctors. Right. Everybody was smart on the Cosby Show. It was just, so we kind of aspired to be like that as a family.
But, they also show, you had Denise, who was very bohemian and didn't know what she wanted, which is like many of us when we're growing up. We're not always going to be together. We're not going to be, this perfectly together and know what we want to do with our lives.
Very true.
So that's why I love the realistic factors of showing both, over the overachieving kids and the kids that mess up. In the Monopoly episode, which is still hilarious as hell to me. Monopoly Money was the best, though.
But I just think we were so far away from that in reality, though. For not all of us, but for a lot of us, black families, it was good times.
Yeah, I would say for me, I was actually on the opposite end of that. It reminded me a lot of my family because my mom is a lawyer, and it was just it was very relatable in a sense that it reminded me of my own upbringing in a way, and it was validation in a different kind of way because it's this is a black story just as much as the other black stories that you see.
Yes, and
I think for me that's kind of what it represented.
Very true. No, coming from, a middle-class family, I really, connected. I connected with Good Times just as much as I connected with The Cosby Show, but I loved that at that time there was so much, I feel like TV didn't show enough diversity. So when you see a successful black family on TV, it's relieving. It's it's a warm, fresh breath of air. So I loved it. I loved The Cosby Show.
Absolutely.
Especially in 8 season running. You have to give that.
I need to bring that back in syndication.
Yeah.
It's on. I think
after all of this.
Let's get on that for real quick because of what happens with Bill Cosby at this time point. We understand why they put it away. However, you shouldn't. He did it. Okay, if he did it, he didn't do it. That kind of isn't even the fact. The fact is, you had a great television show that showed so much and has so much comedy and so many greats. I'm talking about Lena Horne.
Absolutely.
Come on,
so much
people need to see that. People need to experience jazz. People need to find a love for jazz. Maybe they didn't know they were gonna like it, but now they will like it because they saw it on this TV show.
It's true.
I was just actually, it's crazy. I was Lifetime. Last night they premiered the documentary on all the women. And I feel like Cosby, I feel like he was so invested and honed in his craft that I feel like you shouldn't put the two together. I feel like you should separate art from personal situations.
Absolutely. Because there's on so many occasions where they haven't blended them. They've left them separate.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's to some people's benefit, and it's to they use it to discredit others. But I hope to see it one day back on TV. I mean, we could talk about Cosby Show for hours.
Yeah.
All the hope.
It really was. It was just a hopeful show, and that's what we still need right now in this time.
We need to get back to that.
We need.
There's really nothing on TV perpetuating
Besides Blackish, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blackish. Yeah.
Besides Blackish, yes, absolutely. But it's one of those things. Hopefully, we get back to it.
Let's talk about two things: things Black people don't do, and then inappropriate Black thoughts.
Unappropriate.
So,
Black thoughts.
Joe's things of what Black people don't do is ski.
That's valid.
That's valid. That is so valid.
Although they've been trying to
dogs
get, like,
licking your face.
No,
No, don't do that
also
either.
accurate.
I'm a dog lover. I have a dog. My dog has never licked my face.
And drive a Subaru. I don't even know nobody who drives a Subaru. I'm sorry.
I don't know about that one. I was like, where did you pull that one from?
I drive a Buick, but not
Yeah.
I can drive a Buick, mama. Yeah, like,
a Subaru.
so like
Maybe a
those are
Lincoln.
valid things that Black people don't do.
Those things. We don't bungee jump.
Hell
No.
Shit, I do.
You would.
See, but
Exceptions.
Yeah.
There's exceptions to the rule.
It
Now,
Or like Black people don't swim. I swim. I love to swim.
Oh yeah, I swim.
yeah, that was just terrible.
That's the stereotype.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
stereotype.
that is terrible.
You know.
You've gone bungee jumping before?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Right? You braver than me.
I mean, it
'cause
wasn't.
know-
It wasn't like off of a bridge, but it was at like the state fair where they take you up on the string and then you pull it and you drop
you
down.
Selena?
So I mean, it's just as
Man.
scary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just as scary though.
Yeah.
I
Keep-
couldn't
y'all
do
just
I'll
that.
take your word on the experience
Yeah,
from it.
I'm
not.
good.
I ain't doing
not
it
trying to
either.
adhere to
Handle
that.
I'm trying to.
But they
skydive.
have come up with, like, have you guys heard of like Black Ski Week? Like they.
Oh yeah.
That's
Black
a thing
Ski
now.
Summit,
I forget the cities that they do it in, but it's two in particular.
Colorado or
Is-
Aspen. I think
like
it's in
Tennessee. What do you like Tennessee?
Or
and-
Utah?
Is this like a Black people skiing together type of thing?
all black people
The Black Ski Summit. Yeah.
going to ski.
That
crazy.
sounds actually like a lot of fun.
It's a thing. It's a thing. Like, look it up. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna snowboard. I'm very Johnny
Yeah.
Tsunami.
Tubing.
Johnny
I would love
Tsunami.
to tube,
Yes.
yeah.
I want to snowboard because of Johnny Tsunami. But that's me.
I really
Just saying.
honestly, I'd rather go and like watch everybody else ski and
Are you
snowboard,
serious?
and like I just enjoy my hot cocoa, like looking at the
Aw,
snow.
see?
You
Party
know.
pooper.
Right.
I hate to
Party
bring us
pooper.
back real quick, but this is actually a really good question from Michelle in the chat. How do you think Blackish compares to the Cosby Show? I think that's a really great question.
What's up,
And
Michelle?
Hi, Michelle.
How you doing,
Hey.
Michelle? What's up,
Hey
girl?
Sam.
And my wife
Oh,
and kids was
my wife and
amazing.
my kids.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, that's what I
Such a
forgot.
great show.
I know, right? It's so bad. I knew it was gonna come to me. I knew it. That was one, but I actually feel bad about that.
So how do they
How do you compare it? How would you compare it?
first things first, you've got the mom and the dad in the same family.
Right.
Both career. Yeah, they both have careers, amazing careers. And I just think they cover so many issues and topics with their kids, like, real life stuff, like being Black in America, like just everything, that we as a people encounter. I think they touch all of those things, on Blackish. And, Cosby Show was significant for doing that, all the time. That's just to name a few. I mean.
Yeah, I think the Cosby Show is a little more traditional sitcom, you know, what you think
Mhm.
of.
Yeah, for sure.
While Blackish is a little more, and it appeals more to,
Contemporary.
right, contemporary, appeals more to our generation, the jokes are a little bit more edgy.
Right.
Um,
Well, I mean, but we're talking. Look at the time, though.
Yeah,
we're
the
talking
time
about the 80s
difference
compared to
is huge. So, but I do think they have the same core values of like
Yes.
having an intact Black family and having the parents being like a certain, I guess, social class, quote unquote.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think they're comparable.
Yeah, very much so.
Mhm.
I'm not even gonna lie. Blackish. I haven't watched too many episodes of. But
It's
no,
on
just
Hulu.
from.
She says it's on
It's
Hulu.
on Hulu.
No. Yeah.
Like, I'm on the Carmichael Show.
No. I've seen a few episodes, and they definitely, modernize it and make it, appealing to our generation. And,
Right.
But I can't give an honest explanation as to.
We'll take that.
To
That
the
is
two,
honest.
That's real.
That
Right.
is honest.
So, have you guys ever had a popular Black thought?
Unpopular Black thought?
Yeah.
Oof. Well, Cynthia's was that Denzel
So-
is not
That talented.
that talented
That's
of an
cold
actor.
blooded.
I thought it was
disagree.
blasphemy.
Yeah.
Personally,
That's
you know,
cold-blooded.
But
Denzel, we love you.
Right. We love you, Denzel. But I will say she did have a point. You gotta give it. That last thing she said was a point.
What, that he's always that
Denzel.
same?
He's always Denzel. Not
You
that's
think
a
so?
good point or a bad point. It's just like a true statement.
I disagree.
Yeah, me too. 100%.
I don't,
100%.
I'm not there with you.
Like,
Training Day.
Right.
Right.
Or,
That's not Denzel.
Glory.
Glory.
Now that's
What was the Tom Hanks movie that he was in?
what?
What's his old? This is like
the
way early
movie
90s.
where
Yes.
his son,
That's the
his
best
son needed the
movie.
the heart transplant. I'm drawing. a
Oh,
blank on that
John
one.
Doe, John Q.
John Q.
I'm like, I'm so close. I'm like, I'm hitting them tabs.
Those are layers.
Yeah,
Those
Malcolm
are-
X.
Those are layers.
Right, Malcolm X.
Those are
Malcolm
Yeah,
X.
Denzel
right.
is.
Those are layers.
He deserves all the recognition.
Yeah, that's cold.
And Bobby's was, three guys were standing by his car. Three black guys instead of like his car. He went back into Starbucks, had a
Listen.
peppermint hot chocolate.
I mean,
and waited it
That's real.
out.
That's real life.
That's
It
that's
is,
true,
though.
though.
What
That's
the
true.
crazy part is
Moesha,
that
yes.
the crazy
Moesha,
Moesha.
yes.
The crazy
Shirley
part
Ralph.
is that like people from other races think that black people aren't scared of like
Other black people.
black like thugs or like we're just as scared.
We're
as
just
you
as
are.
scared, yeah.
We're scared. Like
it's like I try to see a group of black kids. I'm not gonna assume,
And
y'all
it's not-
are out to steal my purse. However, you just need to be
No.
just like with any group of. You just
it's
need to be
common
smart.
sense.
Yeah,
It's
just
not
common
that they're
sense.
black.
You
It's
know.
just that if
Right.
you know people who are out there. I don't care if they're black, white,
Exactly,
Spanish.
any
If
color.
y'all looking like y'all up to no good, like I'm scared. I don't care
I'm
about
going
that.
back. Back in the house.
I'm going back to Starbucks.
Exactly.
Back to
I'll wait you
Starbucks.
out.
Exactly. We back in here. Like, lock this door.
Okay, so
That's funny.
have you actually had one of you have a personal unpopular black thought?
Oh my goodness.
That's a really hard question.
I don't. Because I
Well-
think like I have very popular, not because you're off, I have like very popular black thoughts. I'm so black in my thoughts. Like, like Denzel is the greatest actor. Whitney was the best to ever do it. The voice, like all
Okay.
yeah, like all of my thoughts are very like
Okay.
black popular thoughts. Like, am I gonna?
I would say, well, I don't know how popular this is, but I do know chitlins is a thing in the black community that I do not
wow.
partake in.
Me
Don't
either,
enjoy
I'm sorry.
them, don't
Yeah,
know
no.
them.
My mama could cook a pocket of some mean chitlins.
So I will
Mama,
never,
if you watch it, he
I
giving you
will
props.
never have the pleasure of knowing how
I would
that
never know that
tastes.
either.
Yeah.
They
Chitlins.
they just have to be clean, right? Seasoned.
Everybody-
It's a process. You know, it's,
Everybody says
you know,
that.
some people take them out the pack and they'll put them in the pot. But the thing is, you got to spend at least 3 hours just cleaning them. That's the thing.
Everybody says
Lord.
that. You just gotta clean them. No.
No.
They
Can't
intestines.
do it.
Okay, I ain't doing it.
Like,
I have one, but you got one, Mike?
Do-rags was a big thing. Like, you know, people.
Still is. What do you?
Look, I remember. Like, my mom wouldn't let me leave the house with my do-rag on back in the day because I was trying to get the waves and I didn't understand what the.
Right.
You know, I gotta have a
oh
wave.
man, you just
Right,
gave me
right.
one. You just gave me
But
one.
I felt like, you know, I didn't understand at that time as to why she felt the way she did about it. You know, I was like, what's wrong with a do-rag? I mean, I see people out wearing do-rags, but
Right.
it's just that it's unfortunate.
Like,
But, you know, it's
you my
like,
child.
you know,
It's a stereotype.
it's a stereotype.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
It's a certain look.
To piggyback off of that, black women who leave the house in hair bonnets and like hair scarves.
That's
Ain't
no.
that tacky?
That's a no.
That might be unpopular.
I
'cause
mean,
it's
am
so-
I
'cause, like,
am I going to the grocery store? Like, where am I going actually?
It don't matter. Like once you
Nah.
leave your house, they have to come off.
At the very least, you gotta put a hat on or a hoodie.
I don't wear hair bonnets. Like, no, I never
You
got
gotta
around
wrap
like
it
that.
up.
But that's the thing. I don't know if it's more like in the South, but like, you know, I'm from Miami. I'm from Florida,
Mm-hmm.
where like women will leave the house all day, every day. They will go to the mall in like a hair bonnet because like they feel like maybe they protecting their hairstyle. Like that's the thing. That's not
I
popular.
mean, they
I
do
say
that in
death
Detroit
to
too.
it. They do.
Yeah,
Like,
they
kill
do that
it,
in Detroit
kill it,
too.
kill it, kill it. It's so
And
unacceptable.
that's no.
Yeah.
That's a
I
no.
have an unpopular thought.
What is that?
I don't like watermelon. I can't stand watermelon. It annoys me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't eat ketchup.
What?
Hot sauce.
Hell no.
You don't
I
like
love
hot
hot
sauce?
sauce.
I mean, I've never liked spicy stuff. I mean,
We give you a pass on
okay,
that.
I-
'Cause you don't like
I-
spicy
I used
stuff.
to not like hot
Yeah.
sauce until like 20, and then I
Okay.
started liking it. So.
Loved hot sauce.
Nope.
what's up? You
Like,
haven't
let me-
even like.
the hot sauce in my bag.
No, it's
Right.
not like I never had a watermelon. I just don't particularly. I'm like, it's water. If I wanted water, I would just drink it.
You
don't
ain't
feel
had
like
the, you
it's
ain't had the
sweet,
right.
like on a summer day at the barbecue.
You just ain't
you
had the
know?
right one.
You gotta put the sugar. You gotta put the sugar on it too. The sugar, the salt.
I've had watermelon sugar. I seriously give me some strawberries.
Okay, all right. I mean,
Okay,
I would
that's
prefer
valid.
strawberries
Okay.
over watermelon. That's true.
But everybody likes strawberries.
See, Angel agrees. Bonnet's unacceptable.
That's
right.
Right. Oh man, so
Okay, so we're gonna go into like they want to shake things up instead of going to Nieces, which is I'll touch on that later. Instead of going to Nieces, they're going to Florentines, which just sounds very
Right.
upscale.
upscale restaurant.
They have a doorman out front. Everybody seems happy. Nikisha is suspicious when you happy when you come to the workplace.
right.
And then we meet Gerard's friend Drew, who's white, and he
Right.
says, "What's up, my nigga?"
Yeah.
So your thoughts when he said that before we get into the rest of the episode?
Ooh.
No.
First of all, I just was so many thoughts. I'm not quite sure that I'm comfortable with the network and TV period. Just saying nigga on TV,
Starting to get bold.
even if it is for the purpose of this episode and proving a point. I just was uncomfortable hearing it on TV.
Really?
Yes, very uncomfortable hearing it. Not alone like who it came from. I mean, Kevin, Gerard's friend is white. He's like, "What's up, my nigga?" Like, yes, he probably did mean it as a term of endearment, but I just had to get past hearing the word on TV. I was like, "Let's just say that on TV." Yeah, like.
I think I'm okay with saying it on TV. At this point, I feel like we hear it on the internet, we hear it in music and movies, and so I've come to a place where I can hear it on TV, and I'm just like, okay. But I do think them showing a white person saying it to a friend is a term of endearment. I feel like that happens so often in our generation, where people feel like, oh, I heard Jay-Z say it, and I heard whoever else said it, and like I feel like, oh, I can say this as a term of endearment to my black friend, and I don't think that's appropriate. I feel like if you're not black, just don't say the word.
Which is why
It's
it
so
shouldn't
simple.
probably be on TV at all, because aren't us putting it on TV? Isn't that who's on TV? Majority run
Right.
First of all, and isn't that giving them the open door to just are we just all comfortable with this? And they don't have a problem with it.
Very
So let's just all say it. You know what I mean? And it's just not okay. So like, black people using the word versus are you guys okay with even your friends and your own conversations? You guys talk to each other like that because I do a little too often. I'm a little guilty
Me
of
too,
it.
100%.
Yeah. Definitely.
Double standard. I use the word freely with my friends all the time.
Yeah.
So are we wrong for getting an attitude with somebody else?
Okay, for me, no. And for me, it's only because the word, like Maxine was saying, it's a hateful word, but we took it back. And
Right.
it's our, like, you said the word as a hateful thing to bring us down, to keep us silenced, but now we're taking it back. So you lost, not technically you're right, but you lost your right to even say this word, to bring them conversations.
Okay.
You don't have it anymore. It's ours. Leave it the hell alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike,
No, it's interesting because I'm being brought up in a pretty diverse area. It's like you heard a lot of, people of other ethnicities say it, and it was something that it's like I had to get used to it, but it kind of got numb to me almost. I was like, should I accept it or should I let it go? And it was almost like, when people would say it, in not a derogatory way, I would kind of let it go. But I feel like I feel like our generations have dealt with very, serious matters on that word, and that word needs to just be buried. It needs
it needs to be buried.
But-
Angel seems to think it needs to be buried as well. She says the word needs to be
It's
buried
wrong.
altogether.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody asked about Bill Maher, but it was going so fast I couldn't even. Could
Yeah.
you bring that down again real
'cause-
quick?
Yeah, he said he was a house nigga on his show.
Yeah.
And see, I still haven't even heard it, only because
I think she said so not
Send that
okay.
Luke Cage.
I feel like
black people saying it is worse than anyone else using it.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Because the reason why I disagree is because we've earned the right. I feel like we've earned the right to say that word.
So we've kind of took the power from them.
Yeah, we
and
took
give
it
to-
back.
So it's kind of like, when women call themselves bitches. You know what I mean? Like, we'll say the B word, like, bitch, but when a man says it, like, hey, yo, B on the street, it's totally different. So we
Yeah.
like, like Amber Rose with the whole slut walk thing, like she's reclaiming the word slut. So I agree. I'm not, but music, it's being used so much so that other people are feeling obligated to use it as well, because like we use it, you know what I mean? Like, so even, all right, I went to Chance the Rapper concert last week in Miami. It still crawls my skin when I hear non-black people even rapping a song lyric say it. I don't say anything.
That was also
but that's still
it upsets you.
Thank
yeah.
you. What about what Bill Maher said about being a house nigger is so not okay? Oh, yeah.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. That's also one of the episodes of Dear White People, which was like one of the most
when they were at the house party.
At the house party. Mm-hmm. Okay, it was like, we don't want to hear you say it. It doesn't matter if it's a song.
Yeah, nah.
It's seriously, like, we understand it's a song. We can hear it. We're not dumb. We're not dumb people. However, you don't get the right to say it anymore. I don't care if I'm at your house and it's your house party and you just invited me. You don't get to say it.
The problem is,
I was gonna say, I think my question would be, why do you want to say it so badly?
Why
is that such a thing for you? Just one word you can't say, and it's such a big issue. Why do you want to say it so badly? Right. I would argue that you really shouldn't even, why do you have the need to even want to say it if you're not black? I don't understand that.
I honestly feel like genuinely it comes from our culture and the respect and love, aside from the racist stuff. People love our culture. People love black culture. Ethnicities look up to black culture. Like, they want it. You see so many people mimicking our culture, and it's like, I feel like that's where it comes from,
So they they take on the word as like a term of endearment, or they're bracing, or trying to be more cool. Like,
as bad as it sounds, kind of,
yeah. That's deep. Yeah. I don't know. Is there a difference between GGA and
nope.
GGR?
Absolutely no.
There is a difference.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
It's a difference.
No, it's a difference. I asked you this earlier, so I want to hear what you got to say, because I asked and I was just like, listen, it took me a second.
Yes, it is absolutely a difference between nigga and nigger. My nigga is my homie in the hood, like, that I say what's up to. Like, nigger is like the brother that was swinging from the tree back, in the 60s during Jim Crow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's totally a difference. Like, we don't even say ER to each other if you think about it.
Yeah, I think because we added the GA, we erased it and
exactly.
And we actually, that's why we took it back. That's what I'm saying. We took
it back. Sounds crazy, but it is. Why don't you think it's?
I disagree. And this is why. Okay, number one, like, taking it back to slavery. If they were from the South, they probably had an A on there. You know what I mean? Like, they have to probably said nigger, but they probably also said nigga, because it's the South. But taking it to now, like, getting past slavery times, I don't care if you say nigga, I don't care if you say nigger, just don't say it. Like, I feel like if you're not black, I feel like black people, it does say what you want. If you want to say it, say it.
If a black person came up to me and said nigger, I'd be like, all right. Nah, you need to put the G in the A at the end. Put the A at the end, please.
I need to hear you.
Like, I don't, like, okay, if you're white and you say my nigga, or you say my nigger, just don't.
There's definitely a difference. Like you were saying, it's like basically you're trying to take us back, like it's like
instead of a stranger saying a word causes you to distress or harm, the word is the least of your problems. Yeah. Okay, guy.
Maybe, but it's not. It's just like it's not that it disarms us. It's the fact that you think you could just say it casually,
right? Mm-hmm.
And actually, you don't get a reaction. Not to say you have to act all crazy. You don't have to show your color,
right?
But there is a way you can go by with saying, baby, that's not okay. Right. You don't get to do that.
There are some people that argue that all races, all people, that we should all just bury the word.
I think the NAACP buried the word in like 2006 or something, and clearly that didn't work.
I don't necessarily disagree with that. Like maybe it's not going nowhere.
It's not.
I mean, on the one hand, I'm like, oh, that'd be so great if, like, black people, we could just go with the word, and you don't hear Asians calling each other these kind of names, and Hispanics, so why do we call each other this? Right. But on the other hand, I'm like, it's a word for us. Mm-hmm. We will decide as a people when and where we want to use it. Yeah. And to me, that's that.
Yeah, I don't see it going nowhere.
I don't see it either. We're going to wrap this up real quick, because we want to ask you a couple questions before we go. Okay. So, obviously, Maxine freaked out. She said, we are not your niggers, and the guy kicked out of Florentine's and back to Niecy's, where there is no sparkling water. There is no pretzel rolls. There is no good service. And it was actually kind of funny. And it's like, Cynthia's like,
I mean, but you in the comfort of you know what to expect when you're in a hood restaurant.
I gotta do it though. Cynthia's like, gotta be up here around these niggas. This is the best thing ever.
Loretta Devine.
Loretta Devine.
She's amazing.
She is.
So what was
Queen,
it?
we bow to you.
What was it like for you working with the cast?
Wow. I was in awe. I was in shock because, of course, David Alan Grier and Loretta Devine, I had been watching my entire life. David Alan Grier on In Living Color, like he's such an inspiration. And Loretta Devine, I feel like she's everybody's TV mom, like, or everybody's TV aunt. You know what I'm saying? So they were just, everybody was so warm and welcoming, and it was such a dope experience.
Yeah,
like Gerard is
awesome.
Gerard is cool. Gerard is he's just very on top of everything, and he just wants an honest conversation. I feel like that's his end goal in the show. He's very honest, and he honestly just likes straight up conversation and breaking those barriers to what people think is acceptable and unacceptable. Yeah. But yeah, everybody was awesome.
Well, some people. Oh, I was gonna say, some people might not know he was actually originally supposed to be Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
In the Carmichael Show.
Yeah.
I had to mention that.
Okay.
Yeah. The pilot presentation was a little different. Bobby was his best friend instead of his brother. But yeah, that didn't happen. But for
but you became DeMarco.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of stereotypes.
Yeah. I was in the last episode, the previous
lesbian wedding.
Episode. Yeah, lesbian wedding.
Yeah, he was the cousin at the wedding.
He owed him $100.
Yeah.
Speaking of stereotypes.
Well, we were talking about
you said it.
DeMarco.
Oh, the black.
Oh, the names.
Yeah. Because so we were going through the show. It was commercial. And I stopped on it. It was Marlon promo, and he was talking about naming your kid. Like he was just coming up with the most ridiculous things. And I was just like, I have to bring it up because your name is DeMarquil. Cousin it's like DeMarquil. 3 names in one full name that they gave you.
I told Gerard that I had never heard that name before, and he has a relative. Like I was telling you that's name is DeMarquil, and I just ran with it. I just ran with it, and I'm cousin.
I mean, we were saying last show, we all know people that have names that
Do you think that is a stereotype in the black community?
I think it's the damn truth.
Yeah,
we got crazy names. I mean, I'm sure every culture has its weird name. We just got DeMarquils and Tawanas and Jaquitas and Shaquitas, and I mean, we just got that.
Embrace it.
Right,
it's
okay.
ours.
Embrace it.
So give us before we wrap up, final thoughts on the episode, guys.
I think it was, they made light of a very relevant, situation going on in our community right now with, Bill Maher and everybody using the N-word. And it's true. I think one good takeaway from it was when Gerard said, it's not when I hear it, it's how I react to it. And that stands for me because I'm someone who has been called the N-word by a white person and or someone from another race, and my response to it was what made the situation okay. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you're not giving people what they're looking for, it's like, oh, you can't affect me. You realize that? Okay, like on to the next. You know what I mean? So I think that was the takeaway from it for me. It's not what you call, it's what you answer to. You know what I mean?
I definitely agree with that. I think it was a very relevant episode considering, the political climate, considering that so many people feel okay saying the word. And just like you brought up, I was just called the N-word on the LA Metro like 2 weeks ago.
Seriously?
So,
Wow.
yeah.
I
So, I mean,
it's that or something.
It's a lot more relevant than people would like to think. And that's what I love about this episode and what I love about the show is that it's constantly bringing up issues that, we can relate to, that we can talk about, that affect people. So, I loved it.
Awesome. Me personally, I've never dealt with that. I've never been called the N-word in like a derogatory way, but I understand them. I understand how it feels, and I definitely think that he did a good job as far as bringing awareness to the situation. As far as the actually saying the word, I'm surprised, like we talked about, that they actually passed that, but I appreciate the honesty in talking about it and bringing it up to everybody. And I think that Gerard is genius and really taking very, very serious, extreme matters and making them funny, and that's what I love about this show. But yeah, I love this. I love this episode.
I think it was a very well done episode in the fact that you can see everybody's different perspectives on when they hear the N-word, when they hear it. Because like him, I've never had it said to me in a derogatory term. I wouldn't even know what I would do if it happened. But I think it's very important right now, especially in the political time we live in, and Bill Maher saying this, and you need to understand you're saying it. For some people, it's just not going to be okay. You need to accept it and be okay with that, and not try to, start an argument about it. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to say, okay, I understand, and keep pushing with your life.
All right.
And like we said, I love that he's given a very honest telling of real issues and everybody's different perspective. That way you can just see it. You don't just have to we're just trying to just pour this down our mouths and just give us one way of thinking. He's giving you every way of thinking. Yeah. And that's what I love about the show. And guys, unfortunately that is enough for us. Unfortunately, we have to get out of here. Again, I am Chae Jones. You can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram. Where can they find you?
What's up, guys? This is Mariel Turner. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mariel_Turner.
Y'all already know you can find me on all things social media at I am Shannon Clark.
What's up? I'm Mike Gray, and you can find me at It's Mike Gray on Instagram and Twitter.
Guys, please comment. We love comments. We love tweets. Give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you next. We'll see you next week, actually, because there will not be an episode, but we will have a special guest.
Very special.
And it's also my birthday, so come and join us.
Happy early birthday.
Peace.
All right, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.